Hi dear student, welcome back to the English department second semester. As usual you have for second semester the prose section, poetry section and language activities. In prose section first, spoken English and broken English by G.B. Shah, The Tiger in the Tunnel, third one the Milka Singh, The Flying Sikh, fourth On Saying Please. Unit second, poetry section, you have Once Upon a Time, second one The Quality of Mercy, third one The La Ballet Dame Sans Mercy, and fourth The Goodbye Party of Miss Pushpa T.S. The unit 3 language activities, you have the use of possessive adjective and pronouns, correction of the sentences, use of negatives, affirmatives and negative vice versa, framing question and answers, WH words, yes no questions. Fifth one you have welcome address and vote of thanks, and sixth one you have report writing. It includes tour, student report, activities report and news report. Without wasting time, we start with your new poem Once Upon a Time. The Gabriel Okara, a Nigerian poet. This is poem considered as modernist poetry, or who is considered as modern poet. In the 1890 to 1950, the author or poet, those who writes about nation origin, custom, tradition and beliefs, it is called as modernist poetry or modernist literature in New World literature, right? Gabriel Okara in 1921 to 2019, a Nigerian poet, the first modernist poet and Anglophone African. He descended the noble family and Ijaw ethnic group. There are n numbers of group in their society in the Nigeria, and he is the son of businessman. He is the best known of his early experimental novel The Voice and his award-winning poetry, and published The Fisherman's Evocations and The Dreamer His Vision. Once Upon a Time is written in the backdrop of Nigeria independence from Britain. The poet seems to be shocked in the change of the lifestyle, of the values, morals and total change in the world view in the new independent country. He seems to the mourning for the passing away of the way of life. It is a beautiful poem on the themes of childhood experience, hypocrisy, loss of innocence and appearance versus reality. It is the irony that the persona is behaving exact way he or she depicts. There is an implication that cannot go back to the remember due to the influence of social expectance. Here a parent is talking to his son or daughter and telling him or her how things used to be in the past and how things are present in the real world. The poem focuses on the father's attitude to the cultural change and the time past before the incoming of Western culture affected the native African the way of life. In the present poem, the father is telling his story to his son. The first Once Upon a Time, it has verse poem in 43 lines broke up into the 7 stanzas. We can imagine here the father is narrating the story or fairy tale, or speaker is addressing to his son. To this could be father beginning to explain how things are there in the past and how they used to laugh with their hearts and eye black in the past. In the constant, nobody's nowadays laughing more than shocked teeth, and the eyes also cold and looking something other than real person. So already the present is beginning judged by the past. In the form we can gather from these first 6 line, the speaker prefers the attitudes of the people from the past, and there is feeling of negative change here. Look at the first stanza. Once upon a time, son, there is used to laugh with their hearts and the laughs with their eyes, but now they only laugh with their teeth, and while the eyes blocked eyes and searching behind my shadows. Now there are some words are used. Ice block cold ice are lacking or feeling of warmth or enduring expression. There is no literally change. Now the past and present situation father is narrating to his son. Look at the second stanza. There was a time indeed they used to shake their hands with their heart, but they gone, son. Now they shake the hands with the heart, while their left hand search with empty pockets. The art of shaking hands has also changed. In the past, greeting was genuine. The person welcomed for those they were, and nowadays the people shake their hands with their one eyes on the status of or your financial status. The people are no longer genuine warm towards others. The people are on the make, they wanting to get something from you. That's why the poets refer, there was a time indeed they used to shake their hands with the hearts, but that has gone, my son, and they shake the hands with the heart while they left hand search with empty pockets. Now the third stanza. Feel at home, come again, they say, and when I came again, feel at home once, twice, there will be no thrice, for then the first door shut for me. Now the people invites around in their homes, making out if you are important to them, but if you do not measure so special or status isn't quite right, they are not invited again. This is the alliteration continues, and nobody are artificial fickle because of the change in the culture. Now fourth stanza. I have learned many things, son. I have learned wear many faces like dress, home face, office face, street face, hostile face, cocktail face, and there are confirming smile. They like fixed portal smile. Now in the fourth stanzas, the poet is talking about perception of changing culture and attitudes towards the value of the country, how the people changes with their different phase in the society. The fourth stanza describe how the speaker himself or the poet himself has changed the learn order and the comparison face to face, and highlight the various various personalities in the society he took on while smiling, and repeated use face affiliated affixed to the various places and situation, highly visual. Now fifth stanza. And I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands with my heart, and I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance, to say glad to meet you without being glad, to say it been nice talking to you after being bored. Now in this stanza he again talk about heartless handshakes and hello toothly smile, plus nose to deceive people with the farewell and welcomes of false politeness. And basically he is saying he has been integral part of this new culture. It has been quite an educational for him. Now the sixth stanza talks about but believe me son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all those muttering things, most of them I want to relearn how to laugh for my laugh and mirror, to show my teeth and snake bearing fungus, to show me sun how to laugh, show me how to use to laugh, smile once upon a time when I was like you. Now, in this stanza, he is not happy with conformist and he is regained to format innocence. Youngest still holds and he wants to know part of the culture and these meltering things. That is, the meltering means antecedent constant. And he is able to love the innocence again. He likened himself to say the teeth hold something toxic and even dangerous. He comes at the end of the stanza, he comes to clean, he wanted to show his son, he regained the lost of innocence, how he used to laugh, how he used to smile like in the old days, but he can't